Let's talk about what probate is. What is probate? Something estate planning attorneys talk about all the time. Probate is the court process that serves two purposes when you die. One is to pay your creditors, and the other is to retitle your assets to whomever you're leaving them to. That's the two things that probate does. Probate is a long and involved process in California. It takes 12 to 24 months right now, and it's expensive. It also ties up your assets in court to a certain degree while you're going through probate so that your heirs don't necessarily have access to all of your assets. Let's talk a little bit about the course of probate, what actually happens during probate. First, you file a petition letting the court know that you're opening a probate, and you notify the heirs, which are people who are entitled to inherit under law, and beneficiaries who may be listed in a will. Next, you take an inventory of the estate. What did the person have? You have to figure out everything they had and understand the value, what the value of those items were at the date of death. To do that, sometimes you need to get an appraisal. The next thing that happens is that debts and taxes are paid, and then the assets are distributed to the heirs and beneficiaries. Once that happens, the estate can be closed. It sounds pretty simple, but in truth, it takes quite a while for all of these hoops to get jumped through. Oftentimes people have a living trust as a means of avoiding probate so that their family doesn't have to go through the court process, because a trust is a little bit like a will substitute. It says who gets what and how, but it's a private document, and so it avoids probate. You're going to go through probate if you don't have a trust, whether you have a will or not. If you don't have a will, your assets go through probate, and if you do have a will and no trust, your assets also go through probate. It's a common misconception that a will avoids probate, and it doesn't. So that's a little bit about what probate is. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to chat.